No doubt that you've seen this young man in the news. He was arrested. He and some others were arrested for beating up a New York City police officer. And this is him leaving, I believe, the court, released without bail. And he's gesturing not simply to the cameras. I think the symbolism here is pretty strong. And that is, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about laws. He doesn't care about people. And therefore, he's going to become a poster child for the right, the political right, as an example of, see, this is what illegal immigration brings about, which of course isn't entirely true, and a poster child for the left, those that have a disdain for our country and for our laws. They're going to view it as a victory of sorts, kind of the George Soros open society world. But that's not what I want to talk about very briefly. What I'm most concerned about is living in a world of no consequences. I've talked about this in varying ways, but when you have no consequences for bad behavior, which is what we've seen particularly in the last 10 years, this is what you get. The inmates run the asylum, so to speak. And I know this as an educator in the classroom. If I don't hold students accountable for cheating or misbehaving in some other way, they're going to cheat. They're going to misbehave. It's like raising children. You know, if you're going to let your little toddler destroy the house, and that's the way you want to raise them without consequence, you're going to raise an adult that's going to look like this. And the problem with that collectively is that there's no concern for not simply breaking the laws, but ruining other people's lives like ours. So this is not about illegal immigration. In fact, as a biblical Christian, I want to know how this guy turned out like this. What was his upbringing like? What did he experience in life that caused him to disregard so much that we value in our country? And so let me just say that the Bible says that love, true love, godly love, involves consequences. It includes boundaries. In fact, when in the very beginning of the Garden of Eden, some people ask me, and I understand why did God put a tree in the Garden of Eden, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? Why did he put that there and tell Adam and Eve, you can partake of any of the trees, any fruit and of any of these trees, just not this one? Why did he do that? The simple answer is he did that so that they would have free will, because God did not create us to be puppets, robots. For our love for him to be authentic and genuine, we have to freely give it. And so he put a boundary there. When we decided to cross that boundary and defy God, there are consequences for it. This is how we learn to not touch a hot stove. This is how we learn not to steal or cheat or lie. If there are no consequences as a human being, we're going to continue to do what this guy's doing. And that's not a good society to live in. Anyway, I just think it's something to think about, because in our parenting and our politics, we're letting go of boundaries as though that's unloving, and it's quite the opposite. True love has boundaries. True love has consequences. And there's a purpose behind all of those, and that is for us to maintain a trajectory of caring, of maturity, of loving one another. Anyway,